everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a little announcement and a freebie for you with this lovely little gift bag that I've designed. This is this will be available in my new coffee shop that I just opened yesterday. I just wanted to make a little something for my American friends out there to tell you how much I appreciate your support and your friendship. So, in this video I will be showing you how to put together the freebie. This is really handy dandy small patriotic gift with a pocket and a card on the inside. The kit itself includes from 2 pages, the front and the back piece of this bag. We also have the pocket, then there's the opening card, some sentiments. There are plenty of them so that you can also use them in other projects. And on top of that, I added 5 different background papers, so 5 different colors. I decided to use this really light tan for this project, but I also have this gray, red, then this is almost black, really dark blue, and then teal. So you can either use these to print on the other side of the gift back pieces, or you can just use them for whatever project you have going on. I use the same tan paper in the inside of this bag as well. I will put the link down below, so go check it out. My plan for my coffee shop is to post freebies in there for all of you to enjoy. So definitely go check it out. This is my first post in there. Okay, I have now cut out all of my pieces. Here are the 2 pieces that I'm going to need to form the back itself. We have a pocket, a card to go in there, some sentiments that say Happy 4th of July, and also some stars that you can cut out and decorate your project with. But let's start with this, or maybe I should say with these 2. So we have some scoring to do. If you don't have a scoring board, don't worry, you can still make this project. Just fold these by hand. But I do have a scoring board, so I think that will make my life a little bit easier. At least I hope so. This bigger one is definitely not my favorite, but I think the smaller one I have would be a little bit too small for this project. I used 120 GSM paper, which is not super thick, but I don't think it needs to be for this project. Obviously, if you are planning on putting something heavier in the back, then I definitely recommend using cardstock weight. So I think that would work a little bit better in that case, but generally maybe not the office copy paper, like really thin, but instead something just a little bit heavier weight would work. I think mine is about 1.5 times the regular copy paper weight. So Not super thick at all, definitely not cardstock. And I'm sorry, I have no clue what that might be in pounds. That's why I'm using all sorts of metaphors instead of giving the actual imperial numbers. So, or not imperial, I don't think. I don't know. Let's see, I think imperial is more like when we talk about lengths of things. But then again, I'm not an expert because, yes, I don't live in the USA, I live in Finland, and we use metric system, and we use kilograms and grams here. So, yeah, that's sometimes in the crafting world, that is a little bit of a problem, I have to say. Well, not a problem, but it makes it more complicated when I'm trying to tell people what I've used for a certain project, or how big it's going to be, or what sort of measurements I used. Well, anyway, I think I will start with this one that has 3 flaps on both sides. So basically I scored 3 times on both sides, and then I scored once here on both sides of this, between the blue, really dark blue flap and red bottom piece, and then I scored here where the flag pattern ends. So I'm just going to fold this red piece on the back side. There we go. I think I will do the same here, just to gain some symmetry, I guess. There we go. And then I will just take each one of these scored lines. Like I said, if you don't have a scoring board, you can still make this project, no problem. You just have to, like accordion fold the sides. Let's see. Did I get my lines somewhat straight? I think I did. I hope so. Well, anyway, let's do this. So now we have accordion fold on one side. Then let's do the same thing on the other side. My paper does not want to cooperate with me today, it seems. Something is wrong here. I think I went a little bit too far on that fold. It has like red stripes on the paper that show you where to fold. So just try to follow those as carefully as you can. There we go. I will also, now that I've done the accordion fold on both sides, let me see if you can see what I'm showing you. You should be able to see. Now that it's on both sides, I'm just going to flatten it out to make this easier for me, and also fold the bottom piece, the red flap, on the inside. Then I'm going to unfold that and fold in the small blue flaps. Here we go. Yep. And then we are off to this, and I will do the same things with this one. Or did I? I actually already did. I was about to score it for the second time. There we go. So now I just fold. So basically with this piece, everything folds on the inside. This folds inside, these fold inside, to give us the back piece, basically. It doesn't really matter which side you use as your front side and which one is back side. Maybe just look which one looks neater, because there's a seam in here. In this case, you can see some of the white, so I would rather leave that on the back. But then again, it doesn't matter really, and you can always ink it with some sort of red ink or maybe vintage photo, whatever you have, if you want to. But yes, now I'm going to fold the flaps on both sides, 3 flaps on both sides on this bigger piece. And I'm trying to put quite some pressure on the folds to make sure that they lay as flat as possible, because that will make my job a little bit easier here. Once again, I'm using wet glue. You don't have to. You can also use a tape runner, but once again, this is just a stronger adhesive. So if you plan on putting something a little bit heavier in here, either use like really strong double-sided tape or wet glue like I'm using here. That's my recommendation, but you do you. That's probably one of my favorite sayings. Tim Holtz uses it a lot. And I think that just pretty much describes it all when it comes to creativity. You have your own preferences, I have mine, and all of them are just as good. Then I'm going to take, now that I have glue on both of the top red panels, I'm just going to try and place this other piece on top of that as carefully and as precisely as I can. We'll see if this works. I don't want to have anything poking out from the top. There we go. And now I'm going to press this down for just a tiny bit to make sure that the glue really sticks. Okay, so now that the glue has dried a little bit, it's time to kind of open this back. So I'm straightening the sides like this. It's almost time for me to pick up the kids, so I have to continue doing this a little bit later, but obviously you won't see a thing of that. I will just cut off the video and so on. But yeah, now I'm taking one of the red areas in the bottom. Oops, sorry if I shake you, I just did. And I'm trying to get the blue pieces down inside the bag, like this. So they go inside. And now that I have them in there, I'm just going to open this a little bit and spread some glue on the blue surface of the tab, or the dark surface, and then I'm going to try and line this up as well as I can. It should form a straight edge. I'm going to put my other hand in here and just press here so that the glue sticks. And is in this part the wet, oops. In this part the wet glue is definitely better than other adhesive. I think like glue stick or something would work too, but I don't know, this is just really handy. And now I'm spreading glue on the other side, on the same flap, or on the other same side, but on the different side. I don't know how to explain that one. Well, you'll see. But I'm lining this side up just as well. I will show you in a bit what I did. First I will press it down so that the glue sticks. There you go. So now I have one of the bottom pieces glued together. The tabs only go halfway for a really good reason, because we still have these other flaps that we need to be able to put in. And oh my goodness, I just keep shaking the camera all the time now, it seems. So yeah, this is probably the trickiest part of this project, because you have to push the flaps in there. So it might take some wiggling, but they should go in there. There we go. That one was obeying me quite nicely. And then I'm just going to do the same on the other side, I hope. If this thing lets me. There we go. This is a little bit tricky, but I wanted to do it like this so that the back would fold a little bit nicer if you want to do this ahead of time. And this isn't really for just for 4th of July. You can also use this for birthdays. And now I'm going to just put some glue inside the hole, basically. There we go. My boyfriend is knocking on the door, or partner, saying that we should keep going, but I will just glue these flaps down and continue a little bit later. And now the flap is outside a little bit, so I'm just going to put some glue in there. There we go. And push it in. And once again help with my other hand so that it sticks. There we go. And for now I will have to leave this and get running, or I will be in trouble, so I will continue in a bit. Okay, let's get started with the bottom, or let's continue with it, more like it. So once again, I'm just trying to get glue in there. There we go. Trying to catch. The bottom doesn't go all the way side to side. There's a small gap from both ends. But I'm trying to put glue on the edge of both of the pieces. There in the middle. And then let's just... Oops, I got glue all over the place. There we go. I'm just wondering if I have something small, such as a bunch, that I can slide in here to press the bottom close. That should work quite nicely. I guess I could use a ruler as well. Now, if you would like to make this a little bit sturdier, you could cut a rectangular piece that is a little bit smaller than this bottom is, and put it inside the bag so that it would just give it a little bit more stability. And same with these holes. Let me just grab my crocodile. There we go. And I think I'll take the bigger, bigger gap. I have marked 2 hole spots on both sides of the bag. So I'm just going to bunch those really quickly. Let's see. There we go. I don't need to be like extra precise because I think I'm going to add eyelets. Oops. See what I did there? I've got the second hole punch thingy on the other side, so I didn't pay attention, and I unfortunately managed to cut the other side while I was cutting the other one, but that's okay. I will just put one of the stars on top of that. I think that's the only mistake hole I managed to make, which is a victory. Then let's see if I have some crafts that would fit the theme. I don't have that many colors. I think maybe I'll go, I don't know. Hold on, I think I have some bigger red ones. I will just take a look. I didn't, so I'll just have to deal with these. I think white should be okay. I guess the golden ones would work too, but those are not the original memory keepers crafts, so I don't like those honestly very much. Now I'm just trying to make sure that my eyelet setter is facing the correct direction, and now notice how I'm making sure that I won't punch any more unwanted holes in here. If you feel like this isn't sturdy enough, obviously, like I said, you could cut this, or sorry, print this on a sturdier, oops, go on, there we go. You could print this on a thicker paper, such as like cardstock weight, but you could also add additional strip, or maybe things like these, the hole reinforcers, maybe even underneath these frats. Oh, look at there. Seems like nothing is working today. This is just one of those videos, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to need another white pad. There we go. One less pad or eyelet to set. I think I have been calling these pads all along, maybe, but that's just the way it is. Okay, so I've got some red ribbon. I don't know. I think I will just... Where's the previous back? I have seemed to lost it somewhere. Here it is. Previously I just made a round loop. I didn't put any eyelets or anything in there, so I just made a loop around the back, basically 2 different loops. But now I think I'll just eyeball about the... It really doesn't matter, honestly. This is about the length and the width of the back. I don't have the... what's it called? Any, like, inch ruler or anything in here, so I don't know. But I'm just going to make a double knot. You could also knot it like this. Just tie a knot here. But I think I will just make a double or triple knot onto this and hope that will be big enough to stay inside. If you have some of those, like what they have in real gift bags, I think it might need a fourth knot, or if you have like wider ribbon, that would make your work or job a little bit easier too. You don't have to make as many knots, but you know, this is what I happen to have on hand, so that's what I'm using. Let's see. Okay, I will make the fourth knot in here as well. There we go. Oops. No. Totally wrong place. Oh my goodness, this video has been a mess. Okay, I will tie the second side and be right back. Okay, I got that part done, and as I was at it, I got out one of the blue stars that I've included in the kit. Oops, I put way too much glue on here. I think. Oops, there we go. Now I'm just going to cover my little oopsie in here. It doesn't really matter which way the star goes. Stars can be in anyway, so yes. And I think I'm actually going to make this my right side. That is actually quite a nice addition, if I may say so. And now we have the pocket. I will glue that. I'm going to put some glue, string of glue on both short sides and then on this uneven, like V-shaped edge. And just put it in here. This is totally optional if you don't want to add any sort of, what's it called, a pocket. You don't have to, of course, but I think having just a little pocket here is great, especially if you want to like put a gift card or something in there. I just put the bunch in there to help me press it down. And I didn't score this one. I'm just going to fold it in half, and there we go. There's our little note card to go in there. And I think I'm going to, oops, shaking my lights too. I guess I had enough of shaking the camera and wanted to try something new, actually, now that I look at it. Yes, I think I will go with the small, lighter blue sentiment. I could have totally cut this off camera. I'm sorry. But it's already going, so why stop now? Yeah, I think this is just like a fun little project, and it doesn't have to be just for 4th of July, in case I didn't mention that already. You can just add like a happy birthday sentiment or something if you have maybe friends in the military and want to give them a little present, or just some patriotic friend that might appreciate it. I think I will put it on the side a little bit, trying to get it some sort of, well, it's really hard for me to always try to figure out what is straight when we are not talking about, or especially when we are not talking about a square or something. Once again, you could ink the edges, maybe stamp a sentiment inside, something like that. You could add more stars wherever you want to sprinkle them. But for now, I think I'm done with this. So I hope you enjoy this little project. Definitely go check out my coffee shop, follow if you want. I'm going to be putting all sorts of freebies there in the near future. And I hope this brings you and somebody you love some joy. Thank you for watching. I would really appreciate a like or a comment, maybe subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. But other than that, I think we are about done here, and I just want to wish all of you who are celebrating a very happy 4th of July. And I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.